Etta your blouse?" Miss Geneviese's voice behind me pierces through my headset, and I know the rest of her lecture before she begins it. Here at Central Switchboard, if we wear dresses, they must be black or navy. And if we wear skirts, our blouses must be white. Mine today is yellow, my last clean one, excavated from the crumpled piles on my wardrobe floor, and pale enough that I'd hoped it would go unnoticed. "This is your third infraction this week," my supervisor continues, wedging herself in between me and the operator next to me. Helen manages a sympathetic peek before turning back to her own switchboard. "I don't enjoy disciplining my girls, but it's a matter of dignity. Every day you are representing not only Belle's system, but all girls like yourself who are trying to prove that this is a respectable profession for respectable girls. Dignity is the—" In front of me, a small electric bulb, one of hundreds on the board, lights up, and I lunge for it with relief. The only thing that will put an end to Miss Geneviese's lecture about the seriousness and dignity of the job is me actually doing the job. "Number, please?" I say in the syrupy voice they taught us in the training I was forced to go to even though I'd already been trained by the United States Army. "Number, comma, please." The Army had wanted to make sure I could remember complicated instructions, in English and in French, while translating information crucial to the war. Belle wants mostly to make sure I can use my voice to smile. "Say, didn't I talk to you last week?" asks the staticky voice on the other end of the telephone line, young, male, swaggering. "What number, please?" In my right hand, I ready a long cord, preparing to plug it into the corresponding jack for whichever telephone number I'm given. Miss Genevieve has folded her arms over her chest, clearly meaning to monitor this call to make sure my infractions don't extend beyond my wardrobe. "No, I'm sure I talked to you," the boy on the line says. "I can tell when the voice belongs to a pretty girl. What's your name? Is this your usual shift?" "You could have spoken to any number of operators. There are hundreds of us working around the city. What's the number you're trying to reach?" I can see a frown out of the corner of my eye. Miss Genevieve is trying to figure out how I must have encouraged this conversation even though she's heard all the words coming out of my mouth. She can't be more than a few years older than I am. What she lacks in age, she makes up for in sourness. "Yes, but if I wanted to make sure I got you next time, how do I reach you?" "May I place a call for you now?" I ask a bit desperately. "My friend and I have a theory about the kind of girls who become telephone operators. It's Tremont 4246? I blurt out the string of numbers as if I'm repeating them. "Please hold." "Wait now, I didn't—" The caller begins to protest, but he's too late. I'm already jamming the other end of the cord into the corresponding jack for the telephone number. I didn't pull it from thin air. I connect to it at least 20 times a day. When I hang up my line, the boy will find himself talking to a taxicab company. That call dispensed with, I turn towards Miss Genevieve again and hope that my face doesn't reveal my deception. Deliberately misdirecting a call would not be an infraction. It would be grounds for dismissal. "That call could have been directed more expediently." She frowns. "You know that sometimes they just want to make conversation." Flirting boys call every day. Less often on Sunday nights like tonight, the slur of gin in their voices. But we also hear from widows or shut-ins or schoolchildren, each of them calling to ask whether we know the correct time or the capital of Idaho, or if we can connect them to the lobster restaurant they ate at 2 weeks ago, the one they can't remember the name of. Some older women call in every day to ask about the weather, so they know if they should wear their furs. "Conversation isn't protocol," Miss Genevieve says. "There is still a war going on. We must be disciplined." Under my workstation, I ball my hands into fists, as if any of us need reminding about the war. As if I, especially, need reminding about the war.